significa legitimidade? O conceito é importante para entender por que as pessoas aceitam respeitar as leis ou por que infringem as leis. Perguntamos a Justice Tankebe, professor de criminologia da Universidade de Cambridge, na Inglaterra, o que significa esse conceito.
Legitimacy simply means recognition of the right to exercise power. It simply means people voluntarily coming to believe that those in power have the right to exercise that power. It's an old idea in the sense that wherever you have power relationships, that someone is in power, another one is subject to that power, then questions about legitimacy arise. And it was actually popularized, if you like, through the work of a German sociologist called Max Weber, who argued that power holders are often, they have different mechanisms that they could use to try to maintain stability, to try to ensure law and order. But none of those mechanisms, for example, fear or material benefits, are able to establish stable power. Because if I said, think of me as being legitimate or accept my legitimacy because I can produce material benefits for you, I could probably do that today, but tomorrow things might change. Maybe the economy gets worse. Maybe the other reasons people commit crimes are beyond my control. What I want is to give you a reason that would allow you to believe in my legitimacy, even when things are difficult. There has been consistent evidence, mainly from the US, from England, from Australia, to show that when people believe that the police are legitimate, they are more likely to obey the law, even if there is no police officer around. And that's interesting because you can never have police all over the place. My hypothesis has been that when people think about what makes power right, they will think about it in 4 different dimensions, all interrelated. They will think about the lawfulness of power. Is this power lawful? So if a police officer, for example, stops and wants to search me, the question that immediately arises is, do you have the power to be able to do that? And we can look at maybe the Constitution of Brazil that provides for the police to have the powers to stop and search people. More than that, there are also questions about whether the power is effective. Okay? We don't have the police simply because we want to have some citizens dress nicely and patrolling. The reason we have a police force is that we want them to contribute to maintaining law and order in society. And the extent to which they are able to do that would count towards their legitimacy. Thirdly, there would also be expectation that the way that the police allocate their resources will be fair across different groups, right? So people would expect that the police should not discriminate on the basis of social class, on the basis of political affiliation, on the basis of religious beliefs, on the basis of sexual orientation or gender. People would expect the police to treat these different groups fairly, okay? So, for example, would the police investigate crimes if only certain group of people commit those crimes and others they don't bother, okay? Or they would patrol rich middle-class neighborhoods so they feel more secure, but poor neighborhoods which might have more crime, they don't go there, or they just rush through, what some people call in Trinidad whoosh whoosh policing. You just drive through quickly without really engaging with the local people to make them feel safe. And the fourth issue is, of course, procedure justice. It's important in many contexts that if you have a police force that is acting lawfully and it's effective and it doesn't discriminate, people would also expect you to treat them with respect and dignity. So yes, I'm suspected of having committed a crime. I still would like the police to explain to me why they are arresting me. And I would expect that they will listen to my side of the story, okay? Even if in the end they will still prosecute me, they would have to listen to why maybe I did that, or at least the courts will listen to me in that place. And to treat me with respect, like a human being, right? Not to maybe beat me, slap me, call me names, especially when those names are derogatory.
Durante a visita a São Paulo, Justice conheceu um batalhão e uma delegacia de polícia. Quer saber o que ele aprendeu? Acompanhe no próximo vídeo.